Hello everyone. Today is another Manic Monday, filmed on a Wednesday, and I am going to move a window to cover up the second window in OBS that shows my face, because that's real distracting. Um, yeah, so last video actually came out a week late, and not because of the reason it came out a week late was because I had streamed 2 weeks ago today, filmed afterwards, and then the Monday after, I just kind of forgot and kind of didn't care. I fell into a really rough depression there for about 2 weeks, and we're on the recovery train. I started to pick up a little bit of momentum, like minimal momentum over the last 2 days. And by minimal momentum, I mean literally opening up my bullet journal and making the most basic to-do spread that I have ever made. Just full stop. Or at least since I was bullet journaling a couple of years ago. And I don't think that I was even making to-do spreads back then. So, life has been kind of rough lately. There's two main driving factors, one of them being the fact that I basically feel like I quit nicotine for nothing, which I know is not true. There's still a lot of benefits for having quit nicotine, but I quit nicotine for two reasons. One, because I was battling a sinus infection and I wanted my ear to stop hurting, and two, so I could afford stickers, right? And I even canceled some other subscriptions so I could afford the more deluxe box and still, or like the ultimate box, and still also save some money. I canceled my Netflix subscription and my Spotify subscription, which means that I was saving $40 on top of getting a sticker box. Hey, no, you're not allowed to have that. Pardon me for a moment while my partner takes my bowl for me. She was very kind and made some ramen for me. Whilst I could not handle the kitchen because the sink is overflowing with dishes. Anyway, two reasons that I quit nicotine was so my ear would stop hurting and so I could get stickers. And my ear has not stopped hurting, it's gotten worse. It's gotten so much worse, and consistently worse as well. It used to be that the pain would flare up every now and then, and now it's every day. I'm really not having a good time. And I also can't afford stickers, so it's like, the money kind of just evaporated. We might still be able to get a box set because I skipped the sticker subscription last month with the pretense that I would get what would end up being a more expensive box set this month, but have it be for August, have it be something that I liked for August. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to afford that or even find one that is in stock that would fit. So, I'm not having a good time. Yeah. And the other driving part of that is apocalypse creep, which my current therapist told me about many years ago. I told him that it was my therapist before that, but it turns out that it actually was him. Oops. But when I brought it up on Monday, he mentions that he was the one that told my old therapist about that, so that's funny. In a strange way, not a haha way, because the apocalypse creep has just really worn away at me. I'm sitting here bitching about your band and stickers, and there are people that are losing their families to ice. And I know that comparison isn't helpful at all. I'm fully aware. The fact that other people are struggling with such worse problems than me, it doesn't make my problems go away. It doesn't make my problems any less real or painful for me. I definitely feel like such a privileged bitch crying about this. Anyway, all that to say is I am working on clawing my way out of depression. And today, while I did not stream for very long, I did stream for an hour. I did 2 short promos, and that time was spent cleaning my desk area. I wiped down my desk for the first time in quite a bit of time, I'm sure. And it was gross, as one might expect. It's wild how things will get dirty even when you're not, like, doing anything to those particular areas. Yeah, so. And then about half of the stream was spent reaching out to my members of Scope Creep, following up with them because we had an all-team meeting on Monday, and reaching out to them to set up meetings, which is something that we are still working on. None of those meetings are cemented yet as far as times are concerned, but the fact that I reached out in the first place is important still. Yeah. So 2 25-minute pomos means 2 treats, and we will actually have an update on the treat star here in a moment. As you can see behind me, I actually do have a brand new tote, which is fun. I went to Daiso recently, which is very exciting, and last month I was given a $10 sticker consolation budget that I hadn't actually spent yet, so I decided while I was at Daiso to spend that $10 consolation budget on stickers, and then I spent an extra $10 on candy. I have a little bit of a spending problem, but also at the same time, these purchases wouldn't be an issue if I wasn't massively broke. So anyway, we're gonna go with a blue Hawaiian. Yes, no, blue raspberry if I choose. Do not mess with my shit, Mayhem, please. Thank you. We have 4 Kopikos, 4 boba candies, and 2 high chews. Honestly, I am kind of feeling a boba candy right now. So, we will do a boba candy for our second one. My plan for next week is up in the air. I have no idea what's going to be the most beneficial. I would love to put in some job applications. Part of the depression was being turned down for a job that I had gotten all the way to the second interview for and had been getting extremely positive vibes. They called my references. They told me directly that they looked forward to talking to me the following week. None of that is a guarantee, and I struggled to keep my hopes down. And the night before I got the call, I just felt immense dread. That evening, I was feeling just this absolute knot in my heart, honestly, like chest, just not having a good time. And sure enough, the next morning before I went into work, I got the call, and it was a very hard decision for them. And they really liked me, and they wanted to hire me, but ultimately they were looking for someone with more experience. I cannot fault them for that. Forgive me if you're hearing squeaks in the background. My partner is in her office chair and it needs some WD-40. Anyway. Sorry, that was very distracting. Yeah, all that to say, just not having a fun time. So next week I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. We'll find out. Let's move on to the Daiso haul, because that's a bit more fun. I didn't set aside the stickers that I got, but I do believe that I have all of the candy in here and maybe some of the other purchase. Yes. So part of the $10 stationery budget actually. Okay, sorry about the cut. My partner's chair was getting to be very distracting. She has assured me that she will refrain from making noise. Part of the $10 stationery, I actually didn't spend on stationery. I spent on a pill holder. And that's because I don't know where my previous pill carrier went. It's probably hidden in a bag somewhere, but the bags that it normally would be hidden in do not have it, so I got a new one. And it's got some really cute Sanrio characters, and it's small enough that I could fit in my purse, and yeah, that's about it. Anyway, so there's that. Yeah, I don't have the stickers in here or the sticky notes that I got, but what I do have is some hard Ramune flavored candy. And that's really nice because I've been craving fruitier candies and I love Ramune, so having a pack of just Ramune flavored candy, I like. I don't know what to call these. I don't know if Ramune-chan is the official name for these or if that's just a flavor name. I don't know. I also got some chow. This one is 4 different fruit soda flavors. I don't love grape flavored candy. More so I tolerate it. But I am very excited for the apple soda flavored candy because I think that's going to be really tasty. The watermelon soda, probably going to be pretty good. The orange soda I think is going to go hard. And then I also got the cola and Ramune Patel, which, oh, this is interesting. This is kind of new. They have fizzy tablets in there. They might have had that before, but I feel like the fizzy tablets are new. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm going to switch out my boba candy for one of those. I know that we we've only refilled the Treat Star once, but I know that generally we let the Treat Star go completely empty before refilling it, but I don't know. I want to treat myself to something new and novel and nice. Shout out to Azoth. If you see him in the chat, he actually purchased this tote bag for me, which is so insanely cute, and Cinema Roll is my favorite of the Sanrio characters. And I was gonna get a smaller tote, and then I saw this, and I was like, ooh, actually, how much can I get that one instead? And the clerk was like, it's a bit more expensive, and I'm like, how much more? She said that this was $6 as opposed to the one before, which was $2.75. So I was like, I'll skip for now. And then Azoth chimed in and was like, I'll cover it. And that was very sweet of him. Thank you again, Azoth. So yeah, that's, I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for listening to me rant. Thank you for your viewership. It genuinely does mean a lot to me. So here's hoping that my ear feels better soon and I can afford stickers. And also, ice gets completely dismantled, and I would give up the first 2 things that I said if the third thing became the truth. I would happily live with your pain for the rest of my life if it meant that people stopped losing their parents. Anyway, have a good night. Bye.